What's up, everybody? Jay here with Jay's Backyard Cooking, and today we're gonna get into some pork ribs in the new Dutch oven. Let's get into it. So this is gonna be a pretty easy recipe. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice up 2 large onions. I'm gonna make a bed at the bottom of the Dutch oven. I'm gonna slice up the ribs in chunks. I don't know if I'm gonna do rib for rib or chunk for chunk, but I'm gonna slice them up, lay them in there, and then put about a tablespoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar in there, put it on the fire, and let it roll. We're gonna start off just with 2 onions, sliced as thin or as thick as you like. I'm gonna go probably on the little bit of the thicker side, because we're just gonna use these as a bed on the bottom of this Dutch oven so that the ribs don't burn down there, which they shouldn't either way, but the onion is gonna give it some good flavor as well. Peel off the skin, and if you see me start crying and sniffling in a minute, mind your business. Throw them down there on the bottom. I feel the burn. Supposedly you only cry if you're a jealous man, and Lord knows I'm not a jealous man, so. True point, true point. Maybe I am, and I don't know it. Whew. So we got a slab of pork spare ribs here. Just over 4 pounds, $10.06. And yes, I was that adult that found the pack for $10.66 and put it back and got this one for $10.06, because that is what adulting is about. No shame in my game. You're gonna take these out, put them on my disposable cutting board here, slice down anywhere just to make them more manageable. And then I'm probably gonna go down each rib. All right, let me get these dishes taken care of. Straight into the trash can. Then this is what we have. A pot filled with onion and pork ribs and pink salt, the one I'm tired of seeing in the pantry. Just gonna use it until I'm done with it. Pepper, and on these I'm actually gonna put some paprika. A good healthy dose of it. Flip these around, make sure everything got coated. More seasoning, more salt, more paprika, take your glove off. Apple cider vinegar, we're gonna go about a tablespoon or 2. I'm not really gonna measure it, just gonna pour it on the sides, just for good measure. That's about good right there. The bourbon, you ask? Yeah, let's put some bourbon in there too. Woo! Have some fun with it. A little bit of bourbon. The rest is for me for later. All right, we're back. I finally got the mollejas off from the cook that I'm probably gonna show, that probably came out last week. This is gonna be for the previous week, but I finally got the mollejas out of the Traeger. I moved the Dutch oven over to the middle, and I raised the temperature up to 275. They weren't getting much traction, of course, having it down so low for the mollejas to just get that smoke flavor. So really not much to show right now. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, here we are about the 2-hour mark. Remember about the first hour, we were at 225 for the mollejas, and then I jacked it up to 275 once I got them out. I haven't checked it ever since, so let's see where we're at now. See the big reveal at 2 hours. Let's get this moved, put that to the side. You can see, doesn't look like very much motion going on in there, but they're cooking down for sure. Let's get these flipped over. Maybe next time the Traeger isn't going to be the way to go. Open fire probably. They're not cooking fast enough. Not from my taste anyway. It's almost dinner time for us here. May have to resort to throwing some pork chops on the grill or something. So we'll get the lid back on here. I'm gonna jack the fire up again, the temperature up. Probably gonna go about 350, and we'll go from there. It's been a long day. But the ribs are finally done. So you know I started them out in the Traeger, and they were working fine. I just got a little impatient, and I'm pretty sure it would have cooked just fine had I left them in there. But I finished the other cook that I was doing, so it freed up the gas grill. So I ended up moving the Dutch oven over to the live fire from the gas grill, and they're done now. They were in there. They've been cooking for about 3 hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this Kinder's barbecue sauce. For those of you that have been watching my videos for a while, or anybody that knows me knows that I do not care for barbecue sauce, but if I have to use it or if I'm gonna use it, Kinder's. So I'm gonna get them out of the Dutch oven. I'm gonna put them on the open flame. I'm gonna spread some barbecue sauce on them and let them sear up a little bit, let them tack up, and then I'll transfer them back into an aluminum pan. While they're doing that, I'm gonna get the onions and make the bed of onions on the bottom of this aluminum pan, and then that way when they're done, I put them right back onto the onions. So let's go outside, let's get this done. So like I was saying, I moved it over to the open flame just because I got impatient. No other reason why, just because I got impatient. That's all there is to it. So we'll get the lid off, and you'll see we got some good boil going there. But I'm gonna move all these to the side. I'm gonna dig the onions out as much as I can, and transfer them over to this aluminum pan. Let's get this moved to the side, and then I'm gonna start laying these on top of the grill there. Should go fairly quick. Again, these gloves came in clutch. If you saw my previous video, you'll see where I got them. But let's move this over here. So then, like I said, with this, so then I'm just gonna get this Kinder's and just squeeze some on there, on every single one. Just right on the open fire. And with the baster, I guess that's what this is called, the little sauce brush. How about that? Just get it real nice and coated. We'll get them flipped over. I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of it. We're just gonna get it tacky, like I said, on both sides. Tack it up, and then we're gonna throw them back into the onions, take them inside. We'll see. On a quick side note, while we're waiting for those to tack up, if you'll notice, my shed is gone. I realized that I wasn't using it enough and it started popping leaks, so I tore it down. Gonna make me a little cook area right there. You see I've already gotten the pavers down. It's not perfect, but I'm also not a paver, and it's gonna be enough room for me to put all my cookers around. I'm gonna install a sink, cover it with a roof, you know, have some rails. Thinking about some clear tarps for the side for when it rains. The sun usually sets on this side, and in the afternoon it starts to get real sunny back here, so I'm thinking maybe a wall in that corner to kind of block out the sun a little bit. But I got big plans for my backyard. Y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be pretty awesome. That is it, guys. Just like I said, just a quick sear on both sides, just to get a little bit of char and right back onto the onions. Whoop, still alive, still alive. So I've been burning up this gas grill quite a bit this past couple of weeks. Used it again today for 2 cooks, and it's coming clutch. This is gonna be a real good dinner tonight. But if you like what you saw here, please consider subscribing, hit that like button, and comment. Anything helps. We'll see you next time.